ever have a prop or stunt go wrong or not work right?
Did I ever have a prop or stunt go wrong and not work right? On Born Identity, we had a French effects crew. And the effects are the people who sort of do the explosions and things like that. And their explosions never went off. Like, ever. I mean, it would be... And then the French guys would go running out and like, sorry. And they'd be like, we know what it is now. And they'd do some more wires. And be like, okay, try it now. And they would never go off.
Thank you.
So that was, that was a huge time waster. Plus, you do these complicated shots, and then, it gets to the exact moment where, like, it's supposed to be a bullet hit or explosion in the background, and, like, where's the explosion?
Oh, sorry.
And now, with visual effects, you just add that explosion later, and in fact, because I had such a bad experience on Born Identity, I tend to sort of do my explosions afterwards, even though there's obviously visual effects people whose explosions actually do go off when they're supposed to. But it is actually hard to set off an explosive. I mean, see, like the underwear bomber, couldn't get his underwear to go off. Shoe bomber couldn't get the shoes to light. I mean, it is hard to detonate what's called a high explosive. But still, these guys are professionals, paid a lot of money, and it's, time is really tight on a set. But I've had really good luck, knock on wood, that nobody's ever gotten. Actually, you know what? I used to be able to say nobody's ever gotten hurt on my set, but actually, I produced this TV show called Covert Affairs. It's a spy show on USA, and became a huge hit this summer. And on our last episode of the season, during the middle of the action finale, the lead actress, Piper Parabo, broke her leg doing a stunt. And right at the beginning of shooting the finale. And the thing about, if it was a movie, you would just sort of delay the release and wait for her to get better, because she was in a wheelchair for 3 months. She just got out of the wheelchair a couple of weeks ago, and this happened in the beginning of August. But that episode was airing like mid-September. So we're like, we need to finish shooting this action sequence, and she's in a wheelchair. So and we ended up, basically putting a green screen behind her, and having her sort of go like this and make the background move, and it was that's the only time I've ever had an accident during a stunt, and it wasn't even it was a real accident, but it wasn't. I actually had something outrageous planned for her that actually had to go all the way up to the network to approve it, because if an actor does get hurt during a TV show, it can have big repercussions, because that show airs every week. So if suddenly you lose your lead actress, it's not like a movie. You could just wait and release the movie later. So I actually had something dangerous that Piper was supposed to do, that we were going to be doing later that day. We didn't even get to it because she hurt herself doing something really insignificant. I mean, she was fighting with a stunt guy, and she was supposed to step left, and she stepped right, and he was going to pass her on the right, and he weighed like 250 pounds, and he shattered her entire leg from like the knee down. Wow. But she is walking again, and she's going through like crazy rehab. I mean, people may not realize how hard actors actually work and physically train. It is they don't have those sort of physiques that's like other people work on, go to the library and study, or they actually, on top of everything else, they have to be, they're almost like athletes. And so she's back, doing the kind of athletic training that a football player might do to recover from an injury, a football injury.